save a lot of pucks on net, but not a lot of quality looks, perhaps, against him?
Yeah, not enough quality. Some chances, but early on, Reeder had a good chance. Chychrun had a good chance off the wall, off the wing, and didn't get much out of it. Threw a lot of pucks there, but didn't stop around the net enough to create enough havoc around there. And then Burns' goals are good. I mean, that's a high-skill goal that he shoots back across through some screen, and we got down a couple, and then we're chasing.
Dave, I know you're a guy who appreciates the history of this game. Just to back up for a moment, what did the night mean to you?
We just talked about that with the coaches there. Like, these guys, I know a lot of them personally. I've coached or played with, I think, 6 or 7 of the guys who are here. And if you look at the history of this organization, and every team in the league has history within their organization, but those are the guys that first came here and talked to fans, brought memories. I mean, they're the foundation of this organization, and you see they're not just great hockey players; they're really good people. And when you have people like that, especially in the situation coming down here, I mean, there was a lot of enthusiasm, but you had to have people buy into the enthusiasm because of the product on the ice. And those guys are all, like, you're seeing some really, really good players there, and like I say, really good people. So they laid the foundation. The memories that are, that they have of the Valley are all very positive. I was there with them last night. There's a lot of funny stories about them coming down from Winnipeg. So great bunch of guys, and it's we should all feel proud that that's part of our history of our organization.
Did you shut down their premier players, but it ended up being the fourth line that capitalized? They're a team, though, you got to be aware of everybody.
Yeah,
I guess.
They're pretty deep. They don't go to the Stanley Cup Finals without being a deep team. So they're pretty deep. They capitalized on some chances, and we didn't. That was the difference in the game.
Everyone in there mentioned getting shots from the outside, not getting inside. Was that them, or was that you guys could have done more to make it
Probably
a little harder?
Probably a little bit of both. Probably a little bit of both. There's, when you got a shooting mentality, you got to get people to the net. Otherwise, it's one and done. We had a lot of one and dones.
No power plays either.
Yeah, nothing to give us momentum there.
What did you make of Jamie McGinn getting back in?
He didn't get a lot of minutes. We were chasing the game a little bit, so he's got to continue to work at his game.
He used to be someone you would turn to when you're, looking for that. He's got to earn that way back.
Yeah, he's got, there's some other guys that have played well. We're just, you get chasing the game. You're trying to just find lightning in a bottle somewhere there a little bit, so.
Marty seems to have that touch lately, especially around the net.
Yeah, he's pretty good, yeah. He's fine.
The first shift to the second period, first shift to the third period. That's exactly what you're looking for, but you didn't extend it.
Yeah, you're trying to get some momentum, and trying to get yourself back in the game. That's, like I said, there's some good parts of that game. There's some parts that I'll look at, I'm sure, and go, hey, we're all right here. But then there's some other parts that we got to be a lot better. Our execution to get us to the offensive zone wasn't as good as it needs to be on a consistent basis. Like 2 or 3 icings that you end up playing long shifts in your own end, things like that, that the efficiency in which you do things there can give momentum to your team rather than take away from it. And it's little plays like that. It's amazing. You go through games after little plays that are just something that happened in a game, and all of a sudden it turns into 2 or 3 shifts in the momentum. Those become big factors, and the more of those plays that get made, the better percentage chance of you have to push the game along the way you want it to. And when they go against you, you got to find a way to grab it back, and we're not there yet. We don't grab it back quick enough.